Damian goes to Milwaukee as part of a three-team trade with Drew Holiday, DeAndre Ayton. I don't want to butcher this guy's name, but a prospect, the 2029 unprotected Milwaukee first, and an unprotected Milwaukee swap rights in 2028 and 2030 to the Blazers. Phoenix lands Yusuf Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Nazir Little, and Keon Johnson.
Check on the daily. This is what I do. Get in tune.
Man, Milwaukee, they was already, one of the top teams in the East, but I feel like now this bumped them, even more than what they was at. I will say, because he was so good defensively, and I wouldn't say. I mean, I haven't seen Dame, really give that much, a lot of effort that he could on the defensive side. But I think losing Drew, they might take a slight hit on the defensive side. But him and Giannis, man, this was like, I think this was like almost the perfect fit for Dame. This or a Philly move, and and low key the Suns made out decent. You know what I'm saying? Getting. I think they've been trying to get rid of Aiden. They pick up Yusuf. He's not going to require. You know what I'm saying? What Aiden wanted.
I
He
agree.
could get. You know what I'm saying? He's nice. He's decent around the basket. They pick up another shooter in Grayson Allen. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the Suns. I don't think they made out bad either. But man, Dame to the Bucks. I mean, Giannis and Dame. That's nasty work, bro.
I want to ask, are they making it out the East in your estimation?
If I was to go off right now, if I was to go off right now, I would say yeah. And it's only because I think Giannis and Dame, bro, the mentality is so much different than Boston, man. Like I like Tatum and Brown, but I think it's still a argument of who's better between the two. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they really have a identity like that, honestly. But Dame and Giannis, man, they both some dogs, bro. And you know what I'm saying? I take some dogs over, over some real solid players any day. Um,
Yeah, and that's easy to build around. They really didn't lose that much. True was a big piece of their core, but at the same time, you can build around Dame, Giannis, and also they still have their spare parts. Bobby Portis, Rick
mhm.
Lopez, Chris Middleton. So instead of being second option, being relied upon with Giannis, that's going to be
Yeah.
Dame time, and man, that two
Oh,
man is going to be something stupid. Then the
it's
rest of
gonna be
that,
crazy. We
they
finally
have
get to
Yeah, it's
see
gonna be crazy.
Dame. Yeah, we finally gonna see Dame, like Dame unleashed, bro. Like when he was with CJ, I think people paid attention to CJ, but now you got it. Like you got Giannis over there with Dame. Like you can't really. It's like that's a like 10 times better than Dame. So it's like I think we really finna see Dame in his element, like doing like being able to do his thing without having to worry about certain type of defenses. He gonna be able to ball out.
I
you
agree
know,
with that.
you know what I value most about it too. Um, Dame can actually create some havoc when the play breaks down. He can make something happen. So it's like you gotta pick your poison. It's not gonna be just
Facts.
Giannis and you building this wall. Now you got somebody that can pull legitimately from 35. So the court
Man,
is already going to be more space. So you're going to have to account for Damian Lillard. Then you have Giannis working with a king. So just imagine if he pick up a move or two, it's gonna be scary. But Mr. AKA, get in here. What's your thoughts?
I feel like this is a good move for Dame. Getting out of that Portland situation. I mean, I've always put Dame in the situation that KG was in, where KG was like he was giving his blood, sweat, and tears to Minnesota, and Dame kind of did the same thing with Portland. So for him to get out of there, and then I feel like the Milwaukee thing is going to work a little bit better than what the Miami thing was going to work. Because I heard E talk about defensive. Like I was saying, I think it's a better situation because, to be honest, name a lot of guys who are like just super lockdown defenders or point guards that's 95% of the game, like in the 90s, like playing one-on-one. It's like with the zone in the league, you can play in your way defense. I always tell people, like, people talk about Steph not a great defender. No, he's a good in your way defender. In this league right now, you ain't gotta lock somebody up. If you just play your role, play your space, play your position on defense, and just give effort, that's all you need to do in the league now because it's catered to a zone type defense. And I think with Dame, I think what this trade does for Milwaukee, not just for Giannis, not just for Dame, but Middleton gets to be that number 3 guy that I think he really is. I think that him not having to defend and carry the scoring load, I think it's gonna be nice where Middleton, his scoring gonna drop. So y'all got to think about that. Middleton might go from averaging 20 something, 25 to 26 to 19 to 22, and people may think, oh, he falling off. It's like, no. Some nights he may be called on to just defend and knock down some threes, like just make some spot up threes, and every now and then, take 1 or 2 extra shots when Dame or Giannis go to the bench and somebody get into foul trouble. So his role may switch to where he's not counted on to do a lot of stuff. He may be counted on to just play D some nights. He may be counted on like, hey, you might score a little bit. Dame may have sat out, or Giannis may have sat out, or one of them ain't got it going. But that does make Milwaukee dangerous because now people can't pack the paint on Giannis no more. Because you got Middleton out there, you got Bobby Portis out there, you got Dame out there, you got some shooters out there, and you got guys who are going to defend. Bobby Portis is going to give you that toughness that Draymond. He's not Draymond Green, but he's going to give you that toughness like Draymond. Brook Lopez is going to play defense. That's what he going to play defense. So the lineup that they have out there, it really don't matter who is your top defender. As long as a team, they play good team defense. And like I said, Dame ain't got to lock nobody up. He just got to buy into the defensive scheme, whatever that is, whether it's a zone, whether it's a man, whether it's a hybrid. Long as he buy into the system, and I know that as far as us looking at who Dame is, I think he's going to buy into a system because he's that type of guy that just he wants to win, and he realizes, okay, he didn't go to Miami, but you going to a good team with another Hall of Fame type guy to where he ain't got it. Dame ain't got to try to score 40 a night.
AKA, I'm looking at the rosters now, right? I'm looking at the roster. So they got Giannis, they got Jay Crowder. Pat Connaughton is up and down with his shot, but when he's on, he's on. Let's see. Some guys that would be, we already know about Brook Lopez, Bobby Porter's toughness, Chris Middleton, who's going to, like you said, all you got to do is play like a more of a basic game.
Yeah.
That's like spot up, or even when Coach Griffin staggers the lineups, hopefully he can score against second units where he can be somewhat more aggressive. So they just have a more balanced lineup. I'm trying to see.
You got to think about the buyout. You got to think about the buyout. It's going to be veteran pieces that may just want to buy out. Like it may be veteran guys that just get bought out, and then that's a whole nother dynamic of rosters nowadays. When you get a couple of like big name veterans, like vet guys who can come in and help the younger guys play better, give you like 9 to 10 minutes, he may just come off the benches and just give you 6 to 8 points a game. Mm-hmm. But that buyout may help Milwaukee too. They may go into the buyout. They may do another trade. They may trade for some other pieces. You never know what they might do. But as of right now, that team is one of the top 3 teams in the East. But like I said, with Boston, they still have a problem of playing that take your turn offense.
Yeah, I agree.
they ain't learn how to play off each other, like stuff like that. Miami, I feel like they're gonna take a step back because they lost some pieces. And I don't
Let E get in.
Yeah, go ahead.
What you gotta
No,
say, E?
I was agreeing, man, with the Boston take. It's just I don't know Boston. I think they got a lot of talent. I think if Ime was still the coach, I probably would have them still the best team in the East. I think he made them different. But with him not being there, I would put Milwaukee over them because I remember in the playoffs, Giannis was I felt like he was dogging JT, and
Yeah,
it just
I
wasn't
agree.
it wasn't much he could do with him. And I don't know. I like the point AK brought up about Middleton. I had forgot all about that. This make his job a whole lot easier. I mean, he get to do his little mid range thing. He ain't taking up you know what I'm saying nobody's space. And Dane, like you said, Dane being able to shoot from so far out. They finna shoot a lot of threes. Like, you know what I'm
They
saying?
got to.
I forgot they had Pat Connaughton. They finna shoot a lot of threes. Portis, Middleton, Dane, Connaughton. They finna shoot a lot of threes.
You know
Crowder.
what just popped up into my head? Low key, E, when Orlando went to the finals with like Dwight, Hito Turkoglu, Jameer Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the 2.0 though, with
Yeah,
like
definitely.
with Dame playing like a way like I guess not to disrespect Jameer Nelson, but like 3 times the level what Jameer Nelson was on. Then
Yeah,
Giannis being like more skillful than Dwight and just other pieces. If they run like that type of offense, where it's like have it from like different positions, it's like good night. It's
Yeah.
gonna be he's taking. It's gonna be Giannis. Just all you gotta do is really run the floor. He's going to have a lot of one-on-one matchups where it's
yep.
like man, it's barbecue chicken, man. It's barbecue.
Yeah.
Man, for real. And if I was Dame, I would be like over like man, I'd be ecstatic that they traded me to the Bucks over Miami because I didn't see him moving any needle in Miami. I didn't see the point of him going to Miami. I didn't see them doing anything adding Dame. But I think this move was a whole lot better for him if
Yeah.
he
I
talking
think
about
so too.
contending for a championship.
You need to thank Portland low key because they didn't
Straight
really
up.
get that much out of that. If you think Damian Lillard, they couldn't really do much better than DeAndre Ayton.
But
So that's
the Suns did a sneaky move because they knew Aiden wasn't happy over there. They knew Aiden wasn't gonna get him 110%. Like literally, they felt like he was gonna be the downfall because he
Yeah.
wasn't the focal point. So I feel like Phoenix got sneaky good. Like they got better by letting Aiden go.
no,
I'm not saying
it's not about Phoenix. It's about
that's what I'm saying.
Portland.
No, I'm
It's
just saying
about Portland. No, it's about Portland saying I'm going to
Portland is
let
gonna say
Dame
because he's
hold in
young.
this package. In this package. To me, just look reviewing that package, I'm just like
Get nothing back in
those
Portland.
those picks are a little ways. Like we going to be like in our 40s and stuff, 2028, 2029,
Yeah.
2030. Those picks are years away for Damian Lillard, and what they have to show for is DeAndre Ayton. I get they rebuilding and they trust the guards like Scoot Henderson. Who's that guy? Anthony Simons.
Yeah.
So I get the rebuild part, but at the same time, I think they did Dame a solid. Like, all right, since you being so loyal, holding it like 10 toes down, we just
Yeah.
go with Giannis. But I felt like there was some better trades out there that Portland didn't.
I think it was, but I feel
Yeah.
like that was the best offer they could have got for getting whatever they had to get. Because I already knew that no matter what happened, it had to be a 3-team trade. A third team had to get involved, and
Yeah.
I think that Portland just said, you know what, we'll just be young and talented for a couple of years, like DeAndre Ayton, a young guy who's been to the finals, who's been like on a championship run. Even though he's young, he been through some more. So he ain't like you getting a guy who ain't played no significant basketball. You got Anthony Simons and you got Scoot Henderson. So you got you young, and you able to, you know what I'm saying, get a guy in there who know what it takes to win or whatever. And I think
Now I gotta ask you this question.
yeah.
I gotta ask you this question. I asked E earlier. Where does the Milwaukee Bucks go from here? Are they going to the finals, in your opinion?
I give them Eastern Conference Finals. I would go that far. I would say they can get to the Eastern Conference Finals. Then, if they stay healthy, if they healthy in the Eastern Conference Final, I can see them coming out. But I would say for right now, with just the roster how it is and just what it is, I will lock them into the Eastern Conference Finals right now. I would give them that.
I know championships aren't won on paper or anything like that. I got them going and possibly win the chip, bro. They already got their core pieces from the championship. They did not lose much at all. True was a big part of what they have going on as far as the anchor of the defense, but you still having Brook Lopez. You still got Bobby Portis. Now all they got to do is utilize their veteran minimums and get free agents that want to play and win the chip, and they go fit like a glove because they have that championship pedigree. So in the East, they're coming out of the East. I don't think Boston's gonna be good enough with Porzingis. Porzingis is often injured, and I don't think he can contain. Well, before this trade, maybe Boston can do something, do that wall and throw bodies on and the Kupo. But now with Dame, no, they number one. They number one. You know, number one. I think Boston gonna have to come up with a better offensive attack. It's my turn, your turn. Jaylen Brown got to learn how to handle the ball, get to the left, add some more shiftiness to his game. I'm telling you, it was like, bro, you just need to work on just move work, ball handling work, because like basketball and get creative like Tatum does. Because what's wrong with them is Tatum got the alpha talent, but he got the beta like at times mindset. And Jaylen Brown is a dog, but he don't got the skills as Tatum, and that's gonna keep stopping them and plaguing them to like when they first went to the finals against Golden State. If they had a better system or know how we're scoring right here when it's execution time, they should have beat Golden State easily. But since they didn't have it as the young, more athletic, bigger team, but they didn't have that simple execution down pat, Golden State won. So with Damian Lillard being a veteran with Milwaukee, who's hungry to win a championship, who has similar explosiveness to Steph and Wardell Curry, man, the East in trouble.